That was an improvisation on Nica's Dream by Horace Silver. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about melodic minor, interesting chord voicings, and some improv ideas as well. And please let me know how you use melodic minor or if it's brand new to you. First, let's talk about minor and some of the issues there with minor. So if we're in B flat minor, and I play a B flat minor scale, just kind of strictly within the key signature, that all works nicely, but it's missing one thing. If you have a 5 chord strictly in that key, that's going to be a minor chord. So oftentimes we might use a scale like melodic minor, or maybe even harmonic minor, so that we can turn that 5 chord from a minor chord to a dominant 7th. If you look at a few of the melody notes from The Autumn Leaves, you'll even see hints of melodic minor there as well. So you're typically going to find that applied to the 5 chord and maybe some other places depending on the progression. So oftentimes melodic minor is a good solution to some musical problems. Give you some examples. So like I said, sometimes you have the 5 chord, let's say F7 in this key, and so you might play and resolve to B flat minor. In the major key, sometimes you might have a little motion that goes from the relative major, D flat major, F minor, and say B flat 7. And so you could have a little chord in between, and that could be a G flat dominant 7 with a sharp 11. So you can apply melodic minor to the relative major in that sense. Also, a major as a 2 chord, say D flat major again, oftentimes comes up as a 2 chord, like in tunes Take the A Train. Or flat 7 in the major. And of course we have sounds like the altered scale. Five of the 1 chord. So there are quite a few circumstances where we use the melodic minor kind of note collection, various modes of it, to solve kind of musical problems or work with certain progressions. In this tune, Nica's Dream, Horace Silver is using it as a certain sound or a certain palette to work with. So we have B flat minor major 7. So we can use the melodic minor scale or note collection. And then also on the A flat, so same kind of thing. Minor major 7 sound. And it has kind of a mysterious quality to it, and also you can use various chords and inversions and apply them to different roots very easily in the melodic minor. So let's take a look at one of the voicings in the tune straight out of the melody here. So here we have the 9 on top in the melody. Okay, we have that major 7 sound, and that flat third, the fifth. If you take this apart, we have augmented, an augmented triad in there. Now when the melody goes on, we have the 6 in the melody. So this can help to inform some of our melodic ideas and choices. Of course, we can pull from 7-note scales. We could also even use pentatonic, so something called the minor 6 pentatonic. So instead of playing minor pentatonic like that, you take this note and play it a half step lower. And then you can keep going. That also works really well on dominance. In this example, that would be E flat, dominant 7. Earlier, we talked about taking the relative major and also applying that melodic minor to that. If we take a look at what happens in the chord melody of the tune, we have this very interesting chord, the D flat minor major 9. So again, it has a sort of element of mystery to it. Now that happens during the melody of the tune, but when it goes to solos, it's simply D flat major. Let's look at some other instances in this tune where we might take advantage of this melodic minor sound. So we end up with, in the A sections, G flat major 13 goes to dominant 7 on D flat. Notice this melody note stays the same, and then we get the C 7 with the sharp 9. So here again we have the D flat melodic minor coming up, but we're referencing this related to C7, right? And that can help us work with that sharp 9 and the sharp 5. So in addition to knowing some of the scales themselves, understanding how the scale relates to a certain chord is important so we can kind of hear our way through the changes. So I highly recommend you check out melodic minor, check out some kind of post-bebop, hard bebop tunes, and have fun with this. It's a really nice sound, not only used for solving some typical musical problems on standards, but also as an additional palette to work from and to color in some of those harmonies. So the steps, starting from B flat, we have whole, half, whole, 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 half. So make sure you can play that. If you can play that 7 different octave shapes around the neck, then you'll be in good shape. A couple ways to try to think about this. We have basically B flat major scale with a flat third. I know that sounds kind of contradictory, but it's probably the easiest way to arrive at this. So if you could play B flat major scale and just lower the third note, then you have melodic minor. Another way, of course, to think about it, similar to what I talked about at the beginning, is to think about it as a minor scale with a natural 6 and a natural 7. So different ways at arriving at the same thing, but that one keeps the flat third intact. So experiment with stacking tones, coming up with voicings, coming up with melodies, and let me know how that goes for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and most of all, leave a comment down below. We just released a chord melody video on this last weekend, and this coming weekend, at the time of this recording, I plan to release a melody video on it as well. Well, enjoy your practice session, and I'll see you all in the next one.